Hey folks, this is Brian. I'm back. This is day three of this series here. So we actually go kind of going through really kind of building my eight apps for monetization for in 2026. So that's one of my big things this year. This is going to be a series that kind of goes through that journey of actually building those apps. This is one of those apps right here, Daypath. Essentially is an app that allows you to kind of set annual goals, and it breaks it down into quarters, months, and weeks, so you can actually track your progress kind of going along the way. So let me just reload this really quick because I actually just developed a new feature for it, which is really cool. So like down here, for example, we didn't have this yesterday, to where your tasks are kind of being organized. And this is I'm just going to zoom in really quick here, just so you guys can see it easily. But here's what we're working towards, and this is what the series is going to be about. It's just going to be mostly going to be about here building eight apps. And monetizing them really by the end of the year. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Again, Daypath is one of them. And I just yesterday, for example, or excuse me, this morning, just before I jumped on, created this because I wanted to be able to look at what I did yesterday and kind of talk about those things a little bit. So, again, so today is going to just be, and we're going to do a check in. Just for example, like how am I feeling right now? I am feeling pretty good. Things that I'm grateful for. Uh, so this is what I'm grateful for. So yesterday's weather was awesome, which was fabulous because I was able to kind of work out of the garage and kind of do various things out of there. That's always fun. I have like a TV in my garage and kind of things like that. So it's always a good time when the weather's good and it can kind of do that. And then support a family. I think the big thing here is when you're doing initiatives like these, you need your family to be supportive of what you're trying to make happen. So like for example, my son was like, one of his friends was like, "Oh, can I download Daypath and can I use the platform and things like that?" So we're starting to see some of that happening now that Daypath is out and essentially here with the world. Yeah, but those are two things that I really think that I'm thankful for. So let's move forward here. I'm gonna pause it as I do my daily ritual or daily journal. But here are some things that they're talking about when it comes to like what some of the prompts are. What specific momentum from yesterday can you carry into today? How can you use your current energy to build something lasting? Um, which small creative risk will you take with your code today? That's interesting. I'm going to answer this one, so I'm gonna pause it and then I'll come back. All right, so we're back. I just got this in here, so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and advance now. All right, so here are three tasks that I have for today. I do have a few other things. Um, develop. Actually, we're going to talk into the mic. Develop. Um, let's see here. Develop artwork for YouTube series on eight apps. Building eight apps. Let's redo that. Develop YouTube artwork on developing eight apps for YouTube series. Okay, got it in there. All right, let's add that one. Let's also add um what else here? What else do I need to do? Create social posts within Instagram and social monials to start spreading the word about Daypath. We're gonna add that one in, and then last one is work with Claude and Cowork to develop a Obsidian or connect Obsidian and figure out if that is the right thing to do in order to kind of get agents up and going. Even though I think I already have that over here. So we're gonna delete that task once we kind of get in there. All right, so here's kind of what I have right now. Today's gonna be more of like a research day, trying to figure out strategy, trying to understand like what are the right areas in order to kind of like dive a little bit deeper into. But I am gonna be developing a series on YouTube that's specifically about this, kind of going through, and this is what we call in product development or product management when it comes to just agile some ceremonies. This is like a stand up what I did yesterday, what I'm gonna do today, and then what's gonna be my main focus, right? So we're still gonna see, like, I like seeing what AI suggests as far as tasks. So we're gonna actually hit that really quick. And so here, create a monetization matrix, comparing subscription one time. That's pretty cool. Draft the simple, okay. Yeah, so I haven't even did that. So I'm going to add that one. I think that's gonna be a good one. And then let me hit next. And so now what it's doing is actually reviewing. Um, yeah, so this one is actually a pretty good one, but I'm actually going to say that this is probably the biggest one I need to do. So this is a good one here. I'm going to keep this in the list, but I'm going to actually say the social media campaigns is probably a bigger focus because that helps from a marketing standpoint, try to get the word out and kind of keep me consistent when it comes to sharing. So I'm going to actually select that one as my number one priority. All right, so here now you have that number one priority there. Develop the social media campaigns. Also have these various tasks for today. Now, just to kind of like look at, so this is what I have on schedule for today. If we go down here, this is what I was able to complete yesterday. If I zoom in just a little bit more, now you can see like organize app flowy, improve shareable asset design. I was able to do that. I did post on Reddit about it. So I do have a Reddit post about Daypath and trying to get feedback, trying to get those early users, trying to get, to see what that's about. Looking at product hunt, I actually posted on product hunt and launched a thing that would be launching either today or tomorrow. I may need to edit the posting a little bit. So set up a city. I didn't do this, so I'm not sure why I have it crossed out, but it is what it is. Add Sleep Bio to all social platforms. I did do that as well. So now all of my social media platforms are linking to the same essentially landing page, which is a sleek bio. It's very much like Linktree or whatever the case is. So those things, I can actually put that link inside of. I'm not sure if you ever heard of AppSumo. AppSumo is a site that allows you to buy a one-time payment for typically SaaS services or SaaS platforms. Sleek Bio is one of their things they do, or the in-house built products. Essentially, it's exactly like Linktree. You can do a little bit more things with it, but I did update LinkedIn with some information, some things about the company, and some artwork and whatnot on my different apps. Um, I did figure out why Socialmonials was not posting. And Socialmonials is actually another platform, AppSumo. I'm actually going to link to AppSumo in the description of this video. That way you guys can see what what you may want to use on that platform or see if there's anything of interest. So I'll post on there. Checking out the NY email notifications. Yeah, so there's an edge function that was not activated, so those things weren't being created. But yeah, this is essentially what I did yesterday. I think it was a pretty productive day when it comes to actually sharing what Daypath is and things of that nature. So I think I'm headed right towards what I need to. Right now, you have this updating towards Q2 progress, right? So here right now, the focus in April is going to be build app 2, focus on monetization and strategy. So that's what I'll be focusing on quite a bit. Like a little bit, probably a little bit later today, I'm going to be looking into. Probably gonna need to add that as one of my tabs too, by the way. Oh no, right here. It's already the next one. Start performing research on a new product idea, which I have a few in the back of my mind. So I think what I'm gonna do on this channel is I'll have this as one of my main things, but then I'll probably have, excuse me, different channels talking about the features, the problems, the specifics of a whatever app that I'm building, and then start building that app out, you know, pretty much in public. So that's what I'm gonna do. But this is the first one. Again, Daypath is gonna help you break down those annual goals. A link is going to be in the bio or in the description here. But yeah, this is going to be this is day 3 of this. I'm going to continue this series out as I go now to try to monetize and then build other apps. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool, and going to be something that you guys should tune into. So, all right, thanks everyone.